this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 26.
26.
It's not 26? Like, stop? Did it stop recording?
The balloon is like in your face.
That's fine.
No, it's not.
It's a party. They're meeting out balloons in people's faces. That's how we was.
Because you know how the pictures don't look. Give me a balloon. Wait a minute. Right.
I might be a balloon, right? Who knows?
No.
Nah.
Wait, is the mics on?
Yes, we're recording.
Move the balloon.
It don't sound like it. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear anything in my headphones. There it goes.
Wait, I don't hear anything on mine. Hello?
You do, but okay.
Now I do.
I mean, you both do.
I don't hear anything on my headphones.
Put it on the other side.
No, it
headphones?
has nothing to do with it.
Oh, hi!
Nope, turn it off. All right, cool.
The other side.
The other side, the other side.
I'm balloon guy today,
No,
guys.
stop doing it.
Can I
Yeah,
have some more?
this-
Wait, before you start recording,
No,
can I have some
we
of that
already
wine?
started recording. We're only doing 29 minutes, so we're going. Let's go.
All right, this is the Can We Talk.
Is it? All right. Once again, we've already introduced the podcast. It's time to get into it.
Episode 26.
26.
26. Georgetown representing.
Who represents Georgetown? Like when you go
26.
places, do you say you're from Georgetown? You're from Austin?
I say I'm from Austin because I am. I'm from the Tupelo.
Brittany? Brittany?
I say I'm from Houston or Dallas.
Oh, I'm from Texas. I don't even say Austin anymore. I'm from Texas. We're at, around
the Dallas area.
I'm from the country
What country?
in Texas,
So funny.
the hill country.
From the hill country.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you see my face or not, which is cool. I'm okay with having a balloon in front of my face.
Because you're going to get the ugly pictures of me where I look like a dragon.
I don't take the pictures. So,
Okay, don't direct this to me.
and I send you guys the pictures. So if you guys have all the pictures and you don't send me something and what you want to look like, just know every picture is free game.
Y'all, I don't look like that. Everything, just refer to my Instagram.
Every single picture is free game. If I give it to y'all, I give y'all like 70 pictures.
Or don't refer to Facebook, refer to my Instagram. That's how I really look. Wink, wink.
Okay, what we jumping into, guys? We off the pictures. We'll talk about that off air.
So my birthday was 2 days ago.
You want me to sing?
Happy
No.
belated
Happy birthday.
I was perfectly fine. We're not hearing it.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
Hey.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to ya.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Move
yeah?
over, Beyonce. Beyonce's been
You
quiet
better
ever
stop
since
before
I
you
did that
start
note. She's been quiet ever since.
Not messing with you. She's not fucking with you.
One of the simplest topics. Like we talked a lot off air, which I thought was great. Like sometimes this conversation should just be organic, right? So I wanted to ask a question. I have a response because we do this beforehand sometimes, every once in a while. Sometimes we don't. Who knows? But as far as being friends with exes, like actually truly friends with exes, like y'all both friend zoned each other, or one of you friend zoned the other.
I mean, for the most part, a lot of my exes, we are still friends, but
I mean friends. I don't mean you're cordial. Like if you guys pull up to a crib or something, or you
No,
guys
like-
go to a restaurant, y'all, hey, hi. I'm talking about actually friends. Like y'all communicate
Yes.
on a daily basis.
one of them for sure was, but recently we're not.
Lift your mic.
One of them recently we
Hello?
were
Yeah.
friends, but now we're not. Just because I think I'm just going in a different path than them. But yeah, I've been good friends with one of my exes. Other exes, probably not. I don't want to be friends with y'all.
I'm talking about good friends.
Yeah, I
Brittany,
know.
what about you?
So I had an ex that I would consider him one of my best friends. Like after we dated, like we would talk almost every day.
I would tell him about people that I was involved with. The thing about it is I feel like, I think some people can do it, but I feel like for the most part, there's still somebody that's going to have feelings there, which is what kind of broke up our friendship. It's because, like, he was my friend. Like, I felt like, okay, if we do hypothetically get back together later in life, let's just let it happen, right? So, like, and I would tell him about the guy, you know, and I would think, okay, we're cool, we're just having a conversation, but then a month or so would pass and he'd be like, well, what about us? And da-da-da. Like, that always came back into the conversation. And I was like, if we're gonna be together, it'll happen. Like, I don't want to force it. So, like, it kind of became like a nag of our friendship, because you're always talking about us getting back together. And I'm telling you, go date other people. Go date, go date, go date, so that we can just be friends. Because when stuff is going on, or we're just having conversation, like, our conversation and our friendship is good until you make it about us. So it just made it awkward.
I understand that, because like my I'm not gonna say which I'm not gonna say which ex it is, but like we would have like good conversations, huh?
They actually talk about all the time.
No. I don't even know who that is. Anyway, I really don't. But one of them who we were really close. We dated for a very, very, very long time. He probably already knows who it is. But he was currently dating someone, but he kept saying, "Man," which had me kind of distance myself and just stop talking to him completely. Like you were saying, he still had feelings. Like he would always say, like, you know, I wish we could, you know, still, like, you know, pick up where we left off and like just say things. And I'm just like, no, I think you need to work on your relationship and stuff like that. Because I don't feel like I would ever be disrespectful to their relationship. Because I saw them as a friend. I saw him as a friend. I even talked to his, it got to the point, and this one I kind of stopped, where his significant other reached out to me and was like, I don't think y'all are doing anything like that, but like, you know, she reached out to me about their issues, and I was just like, oh my god, I do not want to be in the middle of anyone's issues. Like, I am not Dr. Phil. Like, I am not Captain Save a relationship. I was gonna say something else, but like it was just weird. So I just distanced myself, and I was just like, this is not my problem. Like, I'll pray for y'all, but like, as for,
do you pray for your exes?
I do. I pray that they find healing. I pray that they, you know, that they find light, and that they, you know, that they can move on, you know, because at the end of the day, like, I just feel like,
for when they get on my nerves, like, Lord, take it away, get them off my nerves.
Yeah, well,
my nerves.
One specific one still tries to hit me up, and I block him on everything. But anyways, like, it's gotten to the point where I'm trying to move on with my life. And I'm trying to do better for myself, so I pray that they do better. I pray that, like, they find whatever healing that they need.
What kind of friendship are you guys having? Y'all like kicking it? Like, are y'all going like to lunch? Are y'all doing?
Well, they all live in different places.
But like, with the ex you're talking about, are you talking about someone that you actually see physically every once in a while?
One of them I used to, the one from Houston.
I'm talking about the one that you're talking about.
Oh, like with his significant other? No, because he had a lot of things going on. He had a lot of things
Answer the
going
question.
on. No,
lady. So you guys
no.
do not hang out.
No.
Physically.
No, we didn't.
Within that whole sphere of him with his girlfriend.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
All right.
So with my ex, I did hang out with him. Like, we would talk all the time. He lived in a different city. Whenever I went to his city, we're linking up. He's with us the whole weekend. Like we were friends, but he just couldn't get enough of this good stuff, you know?
But like, now the other one, like from Houston.
Not the other one.
Well, ex number
What are
3.
you doing?
Ex number 3. Like, he was cool. Like, whenever he would come down to Austin, he'd be like, "Hey, Raven, I'm in Austin."
But it's always been the same results. You're referring to things that have always been the same results. Like,
What do you mean?
As far as like the boyfriend, the exes being like still trying to fuck with you?
Yeah. It's because I don't know. I'm just an angel sent from heaven.
So I can
Just kidding.
I can dive into like what that like looks like from a guy's perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm usually the friend zone guy. Like literally, no matter what you do, 9 times out of 10, before we even talk about that, you're in the friend zone.
So when you say the friend zone guy, you're friend zoning people.
Yeah, women
You're
all
the,
the time.
you're the one that's friend zoning.
For sure.
Not
1000%.
getting friend zoned.
No, that's tough for them. that's a tough out.
I'm gonna get you a shirt that says I'm the friend zone guy.
That is a tough out for them. That sucks.
It's gonna have a shirt that's just gonna be like, it's gonna have a hand like that. It's gonna say friend zone.
I was just checking to see if you were getting constantly tossed in the friend zone.
Oh,
when
no,
you
for
shot
sure.
your
No,
shot.
no, no.
I've only been tossed in the friend zone once.
I always get the, we great together. I'm like, well, how?
So everybody tries to spend the rest of their life with you.
They try.
Oh, look at you.
He said they tried.
That's a tough out. That's a tough out. Let me be honest. That's a tough out.
You know what?
So listen, cheers to that. Cheers to us having the friend zone guy
Wait,
friend.
I have ice.
This is gonna be hot. This is gonna be warm.
But like the women that I would call my friends, it's a different dynamic, right? So I'll dive into a situation. I don't know what you guys
That
think
tastes
of
like the
the
church-
situation.
my
It
favorite.
better not. It better not taste like the church wine.
It don't.
It better
No,
not.
but like my church.
It better not.
My church. Oh, look, I
better
don't know
not
what
be no
churches y'all go
13%.
into, but our church is lit on the Lord. Okay. And he gives us
said it better not
the
be
he
1%?
It
gives
better not be 12% because that's not what the Lord's
he
wine
gives
is.
he gives us the
11%.
Oh Lord, you getting close.
the Lord gives us the best of the best. Okay, and I'm not gonna complain for that.
So keep going. What does it look like for men?
Yeah, so I mean, I can't say men anymore because a lot of people I've had conversations with, and I'm just like, nah, that's not what it is. But, one of my closest friends is one of my exes. Like, we're close friends in a sense.
Still friends.
Still.
Okay.
She lives in New York right now, but like we're friends. Like we can argue and still be friends. Like how like you have been in a relationship with someone and you argue and that shit just doesn't work, but you're friends and the same argument
my
works.
That was my ex.
You know what I mean?
I cuss him out all the time. But that's my dog. I
Like
miss cussing him out. I have to call him after this. He just yelling at him for no reason.
that's what I'm saying. Like so
I used to yell at him.
me and that particular person had a true
is that a Pisces
conversation.
thing?
We had a true conversation, but everything was explained correctly, right? So I think it was probably the start of me and Robin like reconnecting. When I did go to New York, I actually was a part of a long fucking road trip with my ex.
During the snowstorm.
Yeah.
While y'all was here freezing, I was freezing. But
Listen,
they
I
handled
was
that
a
shit.
survivor. Okay, just call me Beyonce Destiny Child. I was surviving in that winter storm. But sorry, continue.
No, but like it was a situation where like a true conversation was had, right? There's some things that cross certain lines that I was not about anymore moving forward, and there had to be a whole conversation that illustrated how that trip was gonna go. Like, yo, we not doing nothing.
So you talking about you had to have a conversation prior to?
Like we're not doing nothing. Like I'm already
I
on
thought
something
the
else.
lines was crossed on the trip.
Oh no.
I was about to say, do tell.
No,
This is,
absolutely
honest
not.
hour.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. There was just that conversation, right? Where it's just like, yo, I'll do this, but just know I'm
There's
in a
boundaries.
situation. I'm in a situation. You need to respect that situation. And if you don't, I can't commit to this trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you can have a conversation with a person and it makes sense to the total relationship, but I don't think people are really truly having those kind of conversations. They think they are and they want to.
I
do.
feel like I have. I
have
I've
too.
had different people have
Multiple
had that
times.
conversation. Like I am committed to this.
Are
what it
you
is.
referring to like your exes coming back in?
Yeah, and trying to be friends with them. You know what I mean? Like they know exactly. I had one ex, and he's cool. We really didn't have any issues. Our only issues was the distance. Like, it got to a point where something's got to give, and there was no movement on either side, so that's just why we ended. So it was no bad blood. Like, he didn't do anything, I didn't do anything. We're cool, but the distance. So I think that, like, there's still always that love that we have for each other still there, you know? And even when I got involved in my last situation, like, you know, conversations came up, we started communicating, and I'd be like, okay, this is what, they all knew what I was, like, I'm with somebody, you know? But then still, I feel like it's, some people may not respect what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
I don't even think it's a respect factor. I think and I can attest to y'all's, you know, personal individual situations, but like a lot of times we say X and we talking about just AX. When it comes to me and Bree, like that was the person, like that was the could get married X. Mm-hmm. Like that could have happened if certain things kind of went the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when I'm referring to that kind of conversation, I'm talking about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Not AX, that X.
Yeah.
And that conversation had to happen, you know? So that was the main reason. Because out of respect to anyone I'm involved with, I always tell them, I actually give every person I've ever been involved with kind of just like, yo, this happened with this person. Like, I'm actually that kind of guy who actually just tells you. Because the last thing I want is you to be in a party setting with someone that I've had any kind of relations with. Yeah. And that energy gets brought up in the club. Yeah. And we're in the club, we're supposed to be having fun. We're supposed to be having fun, right? So
you don't want anybody to get blindsided.
I don't want that to be the case for anyone I'm involved with.
So,
and that's very honorable.
Rewind back to what you're saying is like, that I've kind of learned my lesson with that. Like each day I kind of learn little things. But like what happened when I was like talking to, you know, I'm not going to say it because I was talking to somebody, and then like one of the people that I was seeing, I just didn't even think about it. Like I was just kind of, we were on a boat, didn't really think about it. I was drinking. So I just kind of like, it just blew my mind. I really didn't think
are you casually dating somebody, or are you in a relationship with somebody?
Who, me?
No. The situation.
The situation.
We've heard this before.
Yeah, I was dating.
Person fell asleep on my couch.
Yeah, so I was with. with the girl. But like,
I kind of remember the story.
Yeah, so basically, I had been seeing her, and then like after we had cut that off, me and her, because she's a nice person. Anyways. Me and the current guy had went on a boat, and I didn't know she was gonna be there. She comes on the boat, but like,
okay, so that's different because you didn't know she was gonna be there.
But absolutely. I still had the opportunity to tell him on the boat, which I didn't tell him who it was.
I wouldn't have told someone on the boat. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
in a party setting,
at that time I just felt.
Calvin's saying like he let us know ahead of time.
Yeah, like
so
we're going to here. Right. So and so may or may not be here. Yeah. We're at a party.
Yeah.
You come across her because y'all both going to the bathroom at the same time.
I wouldn't have done the same thing either, because then you're on a boat with 4 hours. You're gonna make the shit hella awkward.
Yeah.
Like if you
you gotta just relax.
I mean, she kind of did, because she kept like. That's why I didn't say anything too. Like even though I was a little drunk, I was still conscious. Like I'm very like conscious of the situation. But she was doing this the whole time, like looking at him, like. And I'm just like, if she doesn't go, but
was she about to fight him? If
no,
not, there's
but
no
the
conflict.
thing about it is, she kept coming up to me and was like, "Hey, you know," and I was just like, "If you don't get away from me, like get away from me." The whole time she was trying to hit on me, so like I didn't want drama for myself, and I was personally thinking of myself like I don't want drama. But what he told me was like, I would have rather you told me on the boat, so I wouldn't feel like
that's a little different, right?
Yeah.
Because like the person is in the room who experienced that, right? And I can see.
Do you want to say any words about it? Oh, she's not even paying attention. Do you want to say some words about the situation?
What situation?
Well, she'll have some time on the mic. We'll get you on the mic. In a little bit, but
she's looking at us like, no.
I really just put it.
But like,
but yeah, it is different, I guess, because you said you told them.
So I had a conversation with that particular person, right? But also we're on the road. Like we literally traveled from here to New York in a vehicle, right? So my biggest thing in that situation, because like I was already invested with a person, and I was always gonna be like, I'm gonna let you know when I make it anywhere. Anytime we stop, I'm calling you. I don't care if that particular ex is hearing us talk. I don't give a fuck. And I know for a fact that ex is gonna say something like, "Who is that?" Don't fucking worry about it. I'm calling her, and I'm gonna explain to her exactly where I am, because that's who I'm fucking with. Like, I'm not fucking with you. Like, no matter what. So like every step of the way, I literally, would give her a call.
Yeah.
Is that not the truth?
I would say in that situation, I would still feel I would be not.
No, I can, and then, like, I literally put myself in her shoes too. Like, if had it been me back home and she rolled with a nigga cross country, I'd be feeling away. Like, I can't say that you're not mad. I don't want to put mad, because you do want to trust that person, but you definitely feel maybe it's uneasy. Maybe uneasy is the word. I think that shows a lot of level of maturity, a lot of level of trust that you have in your situation. Like it shows a lot on both ends. Like, you are doing everything that you can to make this other person feel comfortable with the situation. I let you know up front what it is. I let you know the conversation that I had with this other person. So you're being as transparent as you possibly can, to try to make her feel comfortable. And, so I think that both of you guys are great in that situation. I'd have been, I don't know, it's snowing, I ain't got no power, like, it's some shit going on down here, I don't know what's going on. Like, I would have been stressed, like me. I can tell you about a situation that is kind of crazy. So, the guy that I'm talking about, my ex-friend, I mean, he cool, like, I ain't got no problems with him, just we just don't talk like we used to, right? The last time that I saw him, right? So he was still on some like trying to be with me and whatnot. But he was like, when I tell you, when we went to his city, whoever I was with, like, he was gonna take care of us. He's gonna chauffeur us around. He's gonna, take us to this spot. He's gonna pick us up. We don't need an Uber. Like, he took care of us when we came to his city. Still kind of had feelings for me, whatnot. I'm like, let's just go with it. Like, don't push it, right? So on the last night that we were there, he took us to a club, and it was me, my cousin, my sister's best friend. He picked us all up, took us to the club, blah, blah, blah. We're hanging out in the club. My sister's friend goes to the bathroom, comes back, and she's like, "Hey, oh, boy's over there holding another girl's hand." So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I felt like, even if we not together, you were trying to get at me the whole time.
Yeah.
Of all weekends, why you call this girl to the club the weekend that I'm here? I don't even live in this city. Like, you couldn't wait. Like, we're not together, but I felt like it was very tasteless and disrespectful.
Do you think men think that far ahead?
Yeah.
She was calling in the car.
But I mean, like, do you really think that was a setup? Or was that a happenstance?
No. They planned it. Like, he planned, like, I think she wanted to go out or whatever, and then I'm here, she calling, nigga don't know what to do. You tell her tomorrow, y'all Sunday fun day when I'm leaving or something. Don't go out on Saturday. However, so I went up to him and I'm like, I need the keys. He gives them to me because I'm like, I let you know, I let her know that, yeah, we all came together. And then I cussed him out the whole way back to the hotel. And then that was the last time. I'm like, I did not like that. Don't take me somewhere and then invite another girl there. Like,
you just stomping on this table. You love to. You love to move the conversation with your beat. You be like,
don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt, or be transparent. I know that we trying to figure this out, or whatever. I do have a friend that I did invite here tonight. That's
actually really difficult though. Like, when, like, it sounds really simple.
It's not.
It sounds
Okay.
It does.
Remember the
sound-
situation I told
actually,
you
it sounds
after the
simple.
podcast
It
last
sounds
week?
simple. It sounds simple to you guys, right? But men are literally trying to impress y'all all the time. Y'all don't even know it. But not
impressed
saying
her
he's trying to
by
impress you in
not
that
bringing
moment.
her.
Yes,
I'm just
You
saying.
didn't think about me at all in that moment.
I'm just
In
saying.
that
I'm
moment,
just saying. Like women like to sit here and say men don't think about things in certain situations. A lot of men being there, going in with their grenade launchers. Like, let me just blast this. Let me do
No,
this.
but some
and-
men are petty. Okay,
I'm petty as fuck.
Just call them Petty Pete. Okay, Petty Pete. They
All
know
I'm
what they're
saying,
doing.
like,
They're grown ass men. They
you
know
would've
what they're
done
doing.
better at trying to holler at other females in the club. Maybe I wouldn't have saw that.
Listen,
but
listen.
you're walking around
This
the club
is what-
holding
this is
hands
the
with
difference
somebody.
between women and
that's-
men.
And we not friends no more.
No,
like
this-
you lost over a 10-year friendship behind something dumb.
This is one of the main differences, right? Women think of things as if they could have got away with it for men. They think men can get away with it. They'd be like, if he had done this, I would have never known. If he would have moved like this, he would have never known. Men be like, I can just do it. Women are thinking like, if he did this differently, he would have got a
Well, he
fucking way
just
with
did
it.
it, and guess what? We not friends.
He shoulda
got
did it
blocked
ex-
on every aspect.
He
He
coulda
tried
really-
everything. I blocked
he really
his
coulda
phone number.
waited.
That's what
Then
I'm
he
saying.
hit me through Facebook Messenger. Blocked him on Facebook, then Snapchat. Then I'm like, you creating stuff just to talk. No, I don't want to have. No. You weren't worried about our friendship or anything that we had vested that long.
Yeah.
Like you do something.
But they had, like, for me, it's just how I see it. It's just like they had all week
They don't.
during the, like, he knew what weekend you were coming down.
Yes.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
could have
Men
planned.
don't think that
he
way.
He does. I
They don't.
guarantee.
Men don't think that way.
If
And
his
women
name
like
is beep, 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 beep,
women like to
he knows.
think men think things.
They do.
Sometimes
It is
they don't
just
think, or what?
sometimes it's just
Hmm.
it's time. Like whatever. Like that's a feeling for men sometimes. And I'm not
But
saying
why, like, were y'all like all okay on the? Let me ask you this because this helped me with my argument. Were y'all kind of like, you know, more buddy on the trip, like more friendly, or more like, you know?
No. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her situation,
What situation?
like
Oh,
in the
club?
like in the club, like before the club before the club situation. Were you and your friend more
Was that
like?
your man?
No, he wasn't my man.
But was he like? Was he was trying to get at you?
Yeah, he was-
And
he
were
always
like,
tried
but
to
were
get
y'all
at.
both flirtatious with each other?
No, because
No.
I'm trying to help your situation.
Sorry, but that's just our relationship. Like,
then-
I cuss him out.
but then the
like, I give him a hard time.
The Pisces in
and
me is just like, you really
He
brought
said
some.
He loves that. He loves when I talk to him like that, though. He know what this is. He loves when I'm like, I remember, and this is bad. This is early on. This is back like 8 years ago. Like, I
was
would
really-
call him, I'd go out down here. I know, but let me tell you. But you gotta understand, that's just our relationship. Like I would go out here. He lived in another city, right? Go out, drink.
Wait, what was
get
his
drunk.
sign?
He's a Leo, right? He's a
Yeah,
Leo.
he did that. That was some petty shit you did.
Look,
Yikes.
tell him. Listen. Let me tell you how. I feel so bad for her because I did used to talk to him bad.
Shout out to
I'm
old
sorry.
dude.
But like, so I'd go out down here, get drunk, go home at like 2:30, call him, he answers the phone. I'd be like, why the fuck you up? Like I cuss him out just for answering the phone.
It's-
Like, where you been? Why the fuck you up?
Yeah.
That's toxic as
No, it is
That was a
not.
long time
Okay.
ago.
No,
That's
but I
toxic as fuck.
Yeah, I know. But
you call it
he loved that
toxic.
shit.
I just call it traditional.
Yeah, he loved
What-
that shit.
what
though.
was the word?
He loved it. He loved it. He'd be like, you know, I'm right. I should have been asleep.
Listen, guys. I don't condone this
Why
kind of
don't- why
conversation
don't- why
from women.
have I had those
I don't-
same conversations with a
I don't condone this
Leo?
conversation from women.
Wait a minute.
This is
What?
Calvin Anthony, aka Chef Cal, with the
I'm not
Camera Talk
toxic. I'm just
podcast.
theatrical.
No. That's toxic, and it's very
I own
difficult.
it.
not.
I own it. But that
It's
was a
just
long time
theatrical.
ago.
No.
That was a long time ago. I've grown since then. I was in my 20s back then.
Please grow.
Yeah.
Continue to grow.
I'm grown. Yeah.
Keep growing.
It's always.
Yeah,
always.
for sure. Keep growing.
Okay, I've had those
It's funny.
conversations,
He loved that shit.
and they do.
Some of them love that shit. You just gotta talk dirty to me. How that song go?
No.
Yeah, I don't even know. But what? Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
No.
All I'm saying is that night he shouldn't have invited her.
For real though, but as I'm thinking about it, and like he knew y'all were coming that week, he did that, and he's a Leo. That makes more sense to be petty.
No, it shouldn't make sense to you. That shouldn't make sense to you because of his sign. All right.
If he's a guy, Leo,
I'm not. We're not talking about that no more. Fuck that. So should I have went to New York with my ex? That's a funny question.
That's fine. You had the conversation. I feel like I told you did it right. So you did it right.
Robin, come talk. Come.
it's like this.
Because honestly, I can understand. She didn't tell me that she felt away until after.
Wait a minute. You had a conversation with the ex, but did you have a conversation with Robin though?
Nope.
Oh, I thought we just said that you did have a conversation with both of them.
No. So this is the very early stages of us getting back into each other's lives. That trip was probably going to happen regardless, right? It was early. It was super early. So I'd already accepted that role to help that particular person drive to New York. But once we got a little more serious, I made an emphasis to educate her on everywhere I was, when I was leaving, how I was leaving, and being in consistent contact with her.
Do you think a conversation prior was warranted?
No, because of the actual structure of the person. The structure of the person that I was going with was already. It's not like this is my current ex. I'm talking about my ex about 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking maybe a conversation with both parties should have been had. Because if you had a conversation, you told your ex, I'm committed to this situation. You had that dialogue.
So that kind of conversation was within the distance of the trip, right?
On the trip.
Because
Not prior to the trip.
I didn't know how that trip was going to exist or how that was going to work. So that conversation definitely happened within the first phase of that conversation, like first phase of that. Like, I'm telling you right now, before we even get in the vehicle, I'm in the situation.
Okay.
Anything you attempt moving forward, it's a no. I'm in a situation.
So it was en route, kind of.
Yes,
It wasn't
absolutely.
like you sat down and had a conversation a couple days prior.
With
to
the
leaving.
with the ex, I did. With Robin, I did not. And if that's something I should have done in that moment, I apologize. But already at that point, I wasn't like, it was already like at the point where like me and this ex is not even we're not that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but just in case, I'm letting you know.
Yeah,
just in case maybe feelings stir up or something like that.
Absolutely.
Then I'm letting you know what it is before that happens.
Absolutely.
So we don't run into an issue
down the line, 28
10 hours later when after being in a car and a vehicle together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, in that moment, like already in that situation, I definitely probably could have explained to Robin a little more in depth.
Yeah.
But per that time, like I just didn't really. I didn't know what was going to happen.
I was just about to ask you that. Were you unsure of, what was going on?
No, I was unsure. My unsure was explaining to Robin that this is an ex.
Yeah.
Versus just a trip.
Yeah.
Right. I think I explained to her later on in the process that this was my ex.
Oh, I see.
It's like, because I'm already past that. Like there's no way in hell shit's happening with this particular person. This is an ex from 2014, 15, right?
Do you think you didn't or disclose that part because it was early on? Do you think had it been y'all had already been talking for
absolutely
8 months?
No, absolutely.
Then you would have said it early. You would have said it before you actually in route. Or, okay,
1,000%.
So
1,000%.
I think me personally, I would want I would want a conversation prior. It doesn't matter like how long we've been talking, whether it's like a week or whatever. Just because I want to start the relationship off on like even ground. Does that make sense? So like just even conversation, like, I I don't yada 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 blase blase. I'm going. This is this, but this is what it is.
I think the way that you're thinking of it, and this is how I think too. Like with anything, I like to know at the beginning. That way, you can allow me my respect and space to choose how I want to move. Because you told me, like I feel like sometimes when people, and I'm not saying this like in this situation.
This is that was just me.
This is a generalized situation. Like sometimes, like I've been in situations where people have left something out, knowing that if they may have told me sooner, that I probably would have made a different decision. Like I may have not continued on with this relationship because you left that part out. So I feel like you kind of take my right to make my decision away from me because you. Again, not this situation, but is that kind of like let me know everything up front so I can choose how I want to move, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of.
To my defense, I feel like I don't know if Robin knew who she was. Was I the person who explained to you who she was?
I put two and two together and figured out who she was before you told me.
So,
but I'm not talking about yours. I was just kind of breaking down her thought process.
This is something that should still
I'm
be
thinking about my
discussed
own
from the man's
personal
version.
experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, within that conversation, like, me personally, like, I'm not, like, just who I am, like, I'm not going to disallow information if the question's asked. Right? And a lot of times men do that too. Like, because it wasn't asked, they're not going to disclose the information.
Yeah.
I wanted, within that process of explaining that to Robin, was to extend a belief system, kind of like, yo, I'm going to call you. You don't have to call me. Like, I'm going to let you know where I make it, how I make it, whatever the case may be. And I think the fear is in between. Like, what are we doing in between?
So I think it's different. So it's different for different people. Like, because again, going back to your situation, it was early on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you have the choice of how you wanted to.
It was so early. Like
I had a situation like that, but it was early. It was also early on.
Robin,
when I was going
how early was that trip to New York? 4 months? Was that 4 months in, or was that like the first month? Because I left in February.
That's still
March.
That's kind of long.
4 months.
4 months. Like the trip actually started, or was it like I accepted it like maybe a month before?
Probably like a month before, but we were only dating 4 months.
See, mine was like we were talking for like a month, and then I went to the town where they were in, and I told them, I was like, hey, I'm gonna come down. Didn't know, like, one of the exes that I was with was riding with us, and I didn't, like, I told them the minute that I got in the car, I was like, hey, my my ex is riding with us because they just want to hang out. That's one of her friends. Like, I was going with my friend, and my friend didn't tell me until
we are really talking about two different situations.
No, I mean, like, but we were going to see that. I know it's not the same situation, but I'm saying, like, the part about telling and the part about, like, letting them be aware of, like, what was going on.
That's so different, though. Like going to an event and explaining who you've been with, like.
No, this is a different event. This is not the boat party.
No, I'm saying, but it's still an event, right? So you're still going to an event.
My plan was to see them.
But it's still an event. I'm talking about like a week excursion between two personal individuals, right? So.
I think it's just like it's the same. I'm like in the car with my.
It can't be.
My ex.
It can't be because you're in a car versus staying with someone and living with them for a week.
Well, that situation is way different because that situation is
talking to Mike.
Like I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that information because it's not my information to say. He has a situation where he is kind of like a person I was seeing is with their ex in the same vicinity.
So the whole conversation I'm trying to have is not anything about being conclusive with that relationship and things like that. I'm only saying about a trip of literally you're going cross country with somebody, and that's your ex.
Yeah, but there's an ex-wife that's just in the picture 24/7, 24/7 in the picture. So
Yeah.
I mean, have I had thoughts constantly in my mind? Hell no, because like I trust him, and he was honest with me up front.
That
about
trust
the-
is what brings this whole conversation.
Yeah,
together, for
I
sure.
trust him, so I don't have, without a doubt, I'm not thinking like, oh my god, whatever. If it was that way,
You should have led with that.
man,
You should have led with that trust.
So,
huh?
Leave with that trust.
I am. No, I'm still leaving with that trust. Like I
No,
still
not
have.
leaving, leading.
No, I am. I'm still like, you know what? Like my concern more was about his safety, not with that ex, but with the situation that happened prior. It was more of his situation. Like I was more happy that he had someone to go to. You know what I mean? Because I can't, like, even though like we were seeing each other, I couldn't give him the help that he needed at that point. So I was honestly grateful for the situation that it happened that way. But like as it goes on, like I don't, without a doubt, like I know how he feels about me. You know what I mean? Even though he's like very upfront and honest and just like, hey, this is going on, or this is going on. You
So
know?
you're talking about a different situation. So you're talking about
I was-
your
I-
personal feelings about him being in a situation where there's an ex that can and may be present, but he's
Yeah.
going through what he's going through.
Yeah, but
So-
I'm saying that he.
But
like,
you trust him.
Yeah, I trust him, but he did tell me
Give
like
you
everything.
reassurance?
Yeah, he gave me reassurance, but he also like instead of that, like he did tell me about the situation. So like he told me about the situation prior, and then like during the time when
He
it was
told
happening,
you that the ex could be in the position to him like be around.
that she
And-
was
Okay.
without a doubt. So I was just like, oh, okay, like, well, I'm glad that you're safe. You know what I mean? Like it was more of the conversation where I'm glad that you're safe, and like of course I trust you.
this
You
is
know,
your current situation?
I don't have a current situation.
Brittany, go. Talk about what you want to talk about. Go.
There's people listening to this thing. I don't have a current situation. This is
Go.
just way in
Brittany,
the
go.
past.
Brittany, go. Brittany, go.
Oh man. So I think to summarize and to wrap it all back up.
Yeah, because it's my birthday, kind of.
Yes, it's the birthday celebration.
Oh, my thing is broken.
I do think you can be friends with exes. I think you have to establish clear boundaries.
Yeah.
And I think that they have to be willing to respect those boundaries. Both sides, But I think that you can be friends with exes if that.
You're fucking up what she's saying.
Sorry. It's because I can't hear the. Sorry. I don't. Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
definitely heard you like rubbing that.
Yeah.
It's because I can't hear my mic. There's nothing.
Headphones.
I mean, you can. We'll talk about this after.
But yeah,
I'll explain that.
just making sure that you're establishing, clear boundaries and respect. And if those boundaries aren't crossed, then I think that it's okay. And I think people can coexist. I feel like once we get older, just some of the petty stuff doesn't even matter. Like I feel like if we're in a room all together, like we should be able to coexist. Like, you know what I mean? As long as there's respect and boundaries and stuff like that, then I don't think there shouldn't be a problem if everybody's grown and mature.
True.
That's just my opinion.
If
That's a heavy on the if.
I feel like whenever you're like both in the same page, you both like are clear with your intentions, clear with your honesty and stuff like that. And
just don't even no one's clear with anyone's intentions. No one is.
We are.
No, you are based off of what that person is telling you.
No, I mean for me, I know what I
You
want.
can't-
I know what I'm looking
No,
for,
I'm saying
and I know
you
my.
can know, but
That
the person's
well,
intentions. You can't measure people's intentions by what they say. To
I'm
you.
talking about my personal intentions.
I'm talking about
I don't really care about
the
his intentions,
actual
but
individuals.
this is my intentions, and this is what.
That's why
Maybe
you're
I
single?
shouldn't say intentions.
You single?
This is what I am single, but I'm single. But these are my. I am single, but
Since when?
I am single.
Since
I've been
when?
single for a while.
when? Since when?
I've been single for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Am I dating? Yes. Am I single? Yes. Am I exclusive? That's just a mystery that y'all are just gonna have to find out.
That's the one. That's the one that I need the answer to. Is she exclusive?
We can do a poll.
What is this, episode 28?
This is 26.
2-6.
I don't know what's happening next.
2 6s in the
I'm gonna drink
building.
more.
This is what we're saying. 2
yeah.
6s in the building. Yeah. I was just
So I don't even really have a quote for you guys.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a quote for you guys, but I just want to say cheers and a shout out to Calvin for another year of life.
Happy
We are
birthday.
celebrating life today. We are celebrating, another lap around the sun. So cheers, kudos to him. And, just I wish you nothing but the best for this next year of your life. Much success, happiness, love, prosperity, all of that good shit, wealth, all of that. I wish that for you, and happy birthday on behalf of the Can We Talk podcast team. We thank you for all that you do, all of your hard work. You take care of us, you listen to us, you let us talk our shit. You
Sometimes.
support us. You're here for us. Just thank you for all that you do. We've really established not only just a friendship, but we have our mini family here. So I just appreciate you and just the space that you have given us and just everything that you've done. So kudos to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you guys.
I want to sing, but
Yeah, I probably wouldn't like that, right?
he likes it better when I don't sing. So happy birthday.
This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 25.
26. It's 2-6.
26.
Georgetown.
So 26
Why
minus
did
1
why did I say it like
plus
that?
1, 26. Thank you
27
guys.
will be next week.
26. Happy birthday.
And 2-6 representing, even though I say I'm from Dallas.